Hi, my name is Thomas Darkhart, level 80 Mesmer and self-appointed tour guide. Today, I'm going to take you on a guided tour through the Trolls Revenge jumping puzzle in Lion's Arch. This jumping puzzle starts, well, not really right there, but that's where you're going to want to start, at the Fort Mariner waypoint, which looks like this on your map here in Lion's Arch. You can come in at the waypoint, you're going to run north. I enjoy listening to these guards talk. Especially the two back there trying to figure out what that thing on the wall is. Burn me. It's a stingray. Yes, indeed. We're going to cross this bridge almost to the end. We're going to get to be right about here. And in here you're going to see a little alcove. There's a wagon with some barrels on it. And this is actually where the jumping puzzle starts. I'm going to jump across here onto these planks. Make quick work of those. Then over here onto this rope. Across to this roof right here. Onto the stovepipe, up to the bigger roof, under the boat, and across. And this is where we're going to cross this little road, I guess we'll call it. Yeah. So anyway, now we're moving along the south side of the Grand Plaza, which is going to take us a while. Come down to these shades, circle back, 2 quick jumps, and then over to here. Now that's not a hard jump. You can make that a hard jump if you want, but really all you have to do is jump, press forward, and turn your mouse. Once you're up here on the rooftop, that's the first little bit. So these roof jumps, let me back up a little bit, they're pretty standard. These are not going to give you trouble. This one right here really isn't going to give you trouble either, unless you're afraid of heights, and then maybe that's going to bother you a little bit. But on the whole, there's nothing hard here. This is another one of those jumps that can be hard or easy, depending on how you make it. The easiest way is just to push forward and turn your mouse. And it's not until we get to here that things start to get complicated. If you were just to jump, maybe you'd get lucky and fall in that net shaped like a boat down there. Maybe you'd fall all the way to the floor. The roof is too steep there, so you have to jump up here and then jump across. If you do end up in the net, you can get back to the top, but you don't want to end up in the net if you can. This is the first complicated part of this jumping puzzle. I'm going to open my map. And it starts right about here, and the trick is getting past this little obstacle right here. We call this the window box. Other people might call it different things. But this is the first place where you really have to sort of pay attention. Now I'm going to drop a Mesmer portal. This is a safety portal, almost guaranteeing that I won't need it. Come out here, get to here, and then look up. You want to jump there. Anytime you see this white bird dropping stuff, that part of the roof is slippery. Don't walk on it, you'll fall off. From here you can just walk right out on this stovepipe. Then you're going to want to make this jump to the window box. Now for a lot of you, that's going to be the first place you fall a lot. If you're a Mesmers, make sure you put down your safety portal. If you're not Mesmers, well, take your time. That brings you out here to this little thing. Now this jump around the corner, once again, one of those jumps that can be as easy or as difficult as you want to make it. Push forward and turn your mouse. That's the easy way. So across the roof, past the hardest part, we're going to jump up on this post. If you miss, you'll probably land in that net. That's not bad. Then to this stovepipe, and then this, whoop. That's why we're careful. So back, as I was saying, to this stovepipe, and then to this little roof right here. That brings us up over the top, and that's the end of the first difficult part. That's going to bring you to the first cache, which is right here. Now I'm not going to get the first cache because I already have got the first cache having run this puzzle today. So next thing we're going to do is come out over here. This is sort of the second part of the puzzle when you get to the big lobster. And you could say it kind of starts right here with this jump. Okay? Don't mess that jump up. Bad things will happen. It does get a little more complicated here. Now, there's lots of ways to get around this. Some people jump from there. I like to just do it this way, onto this, then around this corner. That takes us up these 2 little pops. Now we're going to get over the top. Now I like to go up in this direction because if I fall and land on there, I get another chance. So that's just me tapping the thing, and that brings me here. Okay, if I had fallen down there, I could have jumped across. As it is, I could just walk across, and that's the hardest thing about this lobster. Unfortunately, you do have to run around the outside. Try not to run off the edge. Those of you who work with a permanent speed boost might have more difficulty than the rest of us. I don't like to run puzzles with speed boosts. I think it throws off all your timing and it makes it harder if you come back on another character. And the truth is, it's just not needed the vast majority of the time. There are some times, especially if you're trying to get back on track, if you've fallen in this puzzle, where you have to have a speed boost. But most of the time you don't. So here you are. We've gotten around the lobster, gotten around the hard part of the lobster. We're going to go up here, jump out onto this metal appendage here. That means coming down to this little, this little boat here. We're going to jump out here, over the top, and down onto this rope, which will allow us to walk up here. You got to have a little hop there, another little hop here, another little hop here, and you're up on this structure. Okay, let's open the map, take a look at where we're at. Way out here on the antennas of the lobster. And we're going to go and run in the antenna. Sometimes you'll see welders up here. Unfortunately, don't have anything to say. I'm going to go down on this side, and that brings us here. Okay, now you can go up on either side of these lobster eyes. I tend to always go on one side, but it doesn't really matter. What does matter is if you try to play it too safe and go straight up, you're going to fall. And if you don't play it safe enough and you go on a weird angle, like a 45-degree angle, you're going to fall. In any event, drop your Mesmer safety portal if you have one, so that you don't have to come back and do all that part again, because if you fall here, you'll be going back to Mariner's Waypoint to start over. And there we go. Now we're up on top. One thing about Mesmer safety portals, you don't want to forget, so as soon as you don't need them anymore, drop the entrance so that your timer will start again, and you'll be able to put a new one down when you need to. Now this woman has something to say. It's not going to show because I have my UI turned off. Anyway, she says she thinks something with garlic and lots of butter would be tasty. So we're down here, we're up on the lobster's back. We're going to make our jump across to this row of buildings over here. Okay, so now we've basically circumnavigated the lobster. Come out here. We're going to go around this set of buildings right here. Okay, we need to come down to the lobster's last leg here. Now when you slide down here, you're going to take some damage. Wait a few seconds to heal, because when you're damaged, your jumping is affected. Then you can jump over here. Now, I used to leave a safety portal here because I used to fall all the time. Then I finally figured it out. Jump to here, that's an easy jump. Jump to here, that's an easy jump. This is where people go wrong, because this roof corner prevents them from getting to where they need to be. Just walk over here. Or not. Let's try that again. Okay. Just a little hop. There you go. Right here. Now you don't have to jump up on that part. You can just jump straight across to here, up on the actual edge of the roof, and then around this building. Dun-da-da, and there we go. You're going to come all the way around it, jump up on this stovepipe, up on the roof, and we've done the hard part. Zipping along here. I'm going to take this rope across. And up there in that boat is the second cache. Now this is a place that people also fall a lot. If you fall here, try to push forward in for the building, because if you end up in this little lot down here with the ramp, then you can just climb back up. It's easy. Okay, so we come up here, up into the boat. Here's your second cache, which once again I'm not going to get because I've already got it. That brings us past that cache. Jump across here, run across the rope, and this time we're going to go inside around the building, okay, to this little thing. Now there is a net, but I suppose you could miss it if you tried. Don't worry about it. These are just little short hops. Come across here, put yourself against the building, and jump across. From there, up on top to this stovepipe, and from there, across. Alright, that brings us to this little stovepipe jump onto this awning. Onto this. Now this is a thing. You can jump onto this awning right here if you have to, but it's a lot easier. Oop, get back up there. It's a lot easier to jump on this ring, then jump on the awning, then on the stovepipe, and then up. That's the easy way to do it, and it doesn't take really any longer. Over here to this stovepipe, over here to this roof, once again to the stovepipe, up on the roof. Alright, on this ledge, then to this stovepipe, whoop, on this ledge, as I was saying, and then to the stovepipe, then over here to this roof. Okay, so we're on our way to the third cache now, and this is where a lot of people die. This rope goes around this rock. Let me open the map. This rope right here from where we're at goes all the way around this rock, all the way around over to here. And if you fall from this rope, you will die. There's no point putting a safety, portal here, because you're going to die if you fall off this rope. So don't fall off the rope, which seems obvious but can be tricky. I've ran off it, I've walked off of it, I've, just suddenly found myself not on the rope and falling to my death before. But the worst thing is this rock right here on my left will push you out. If you just try to walk past this and you don't angle in, you will be pushed off this rock. Where we have to go is in that basket right there. So the first thing you're going to do is face the rock, get around the rock, and as soon as you're around the rock, jump. If you're running with a speed boost, you need to jump as far back there as you can. I cannot tell you how many people I've seen get up here all the way, then jump and miss this basket, land down there at their deaths. Don't do that. Anyway, so that's the hard part there. Back to the rope and back around the rock. It's not hard. You don't have to do anything except not fall. No tricky jumps. If you fall here, you may not die, but you can't get back up here, so, it's the same as dying. This brings us to the third cache, which, as I said before, I'm not going to get because I've already run this puzzle today. So here's the third cache out here on this nice bluff. And then getting to the next part is a little more difficult. You have to go in through this bunch of weeds, and if you're careful, you'll notice that there's a hole here. And this hole falls down into the bar below. If you are a mesmer and you are just doing this for the first time, drop a safety portal. Because if you miss and end up on the ground, there is no way back. Now, I like to walk off right here and land on this, which is sort of the way it's supposed to be. Now, as you can see, you can land in that basket, you could land in this net, you could land on that awning. All of that's good, it's all a win, but if you hit the ground, you're going back. Brings us to this rope. Notice the cockatoo. The cockatoo is not your friend. If you run into the cockatoo, he will knock you backwards. If you're lucky, you won't fall off. I've been lucky many times. Jump over the cockatoo, over here. Now, this is a jump people miss, especially if you have a speed boost. Take it wider if you do. If you fall in the sail below me, you can get back up here. Jump the second cockatoo, and that brings us to inside the boat, which is stupidly hard for inside a boat. Here's the key. If you were to walk through this thing directly in front of me, you would fall out of the boat, and guess what? You can't get back in. It sucks. You'll be using your safety portal. Walk up this rib, jump up to here. This is what you need to do to get up to here and through this puzzle. I cannot tell you how many times I fell figuring that out. Anyway, moving on. We don't need our safety portal anymore, so we're going to drop the exit. Let it get so the countdown is going, and come up here in this rock grotto. This is pretty straightforward. There's nothing here to scare you. If you fall, you won't die, and you won't have to do the puzzle open, so feel free to scream through here at your highest pace to here. Now, you could jump around this rock, land over there if you want, or you could just jump to there, which is where you're going to end up anyway. Across to here, up. One tricky thing, if you try to jump across here, you're going to hit your head, and that's going to be bad. Go over here, move out a little bit, and then jump. Up the ramp, turn around, jump back, 2 quick hops, and we're done. And that's that little part. So this run from the third cache to the fourth cache is certainly the longest in this game. It's also the one with the, most recoverability. There are a couple well-known shortcuts here. This tower tends to give people fits. Okay, it's really not that hard. So start by dropping your safety portal. Nope, my safety portal isn't timed out yet. Let's take a quick look at my UI. Oh, that's not my UI. There we go. Oh, there we go. So it should be good now. There we go. And this is the trick. You see the hanging baskets? You're going to walk into those. So you jump. Dip. Ooh, didn't miss the boat, so that's good. Jump. Jump. Walk into the basket. Yep. Got to have a little hop there. I know some of you are worried that that portal is going to time out, but it's not. Hop up there. Hop over, walk across, hop up there. Okay, walk over, hop up, hop across, hop across, hop across, and to the roof you're done. No need for a safety portal, yay. Drop the backup because we're not going to use it. And over here. So that's that thing. It's not so bad. Now the parts over here they're high up off the ground. And if you fall, depending on where you fall, you might die. The biggest problem is it's hard to get back on track if you get lost over here. So we ran down the hill. You open my map and show you where we're at. See, we went around, and then we ran down the hill over here. Now we're going to be going across this way and into this. Okay, so the first thing, the jump on that. Okay, now a lot of people have problems with this turret. It's not hard. Okay, it's really easy. Jump over here, jump on this pipe, jump on this awning, then you're good to go. Here. Now what people do is they stand too close and it messes up the arc of their jump. Back up a little bit. It's going to be fine. Back up a little bit, jump across. Won't be an issue. Okay, here's the big long thing. Now, if you don't want to do the rest of this puzzle, you can literally make a sudden left, jump down there, and take a shortcut up into that area. But I like jumping this puzzle. And besides, it's not much of a tutorial if I don't show you the whole thing. So we're going to run across here, a few quick jumps around these things. Some people have a problem with this. If you're one of those, drop yourself a safety portal. Okay, or bring a mesmer. Now here, this is kind of important. You must land on the awning. If you land between and you end up down there, you can't get back. Okay, over the top, down here, and here you're going to deliberately walk off a roof. You can take it up there, but it doesn't take you anywhere. So instead of going up there, just jump off here. That's fine. It's going to bring you over here, jump to this awning, jump to this low roof, up here, and then across to this roof. Okay, let's take a look at the map again. So you can see we've come around the building and pretty much straight across to here. Alright, so here you could jump on this roof, but it's kind of a pain. Take the little stovepipe, pop up. This jump people have problems with. Start here, aim for the arc of the roof. Don't aim for the top of the roof, you won't make it. Across we go. Okay, this is a little intricate. Stovepipe, awning, stovepipe, and that's that. Take a look at where we are. We're going to go around this tower and then across. It's not so bad. I'm going to jump here. Now, you cannot walk off of this. You will fall to the ground. You have to have a little hop. Okay? Then a little hop here. Skirt this roof. Jump over here and you see your string of lights. Hop up on the string of lights. Run up to the top. A quick hop to the roof. Onto this ridge. That's important. Then stovepipe and boat. Now the truth is, we've done everything hard in this puzzle right now. The rest of it is just sort of more of the same. We'll across these roofs to another rope over here. Up we go, dun 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 dun, to the rooftop. And now we're here. Okay, it's not bad. Some more ropes. No reason to wait. Nothing is going to go wrong. Just don't run off the rope. Alright, so now we got to do a little bit more navigating. This thing is kind of a pain, right? We have to get on this awning, but we can't because it's too steep. Now there are places that you can run up, but they're both a little ways away. Jump on one of the ribs, go to the top of the rib, jump out to the lower part of the other rib. That's the only way you'll make it. Once you're there, go to the top of that rib, jump to the awning. Now you could do this on either side. I prefer to do it on this side. I find it a little easier, but it's totally up to you. Once you're here, up to the chimney, except I didn't get it. So let's go around there. Now on this one, you have to make a couple more jumps, but it's not bad. Okay, rib, up, whoop. Alright, there's a reason I prefer to do it on the other side, I guess. And it's that bit right there. Okay, rib, up, there we go there. Alright, so once again, to the stovepipe, to the next stovepipe, to the next stovepipe, to the roof. Dun dun dun, that's that. Alright, out on the rope. Now this rope looks narrower than the other rope, but I don't think it actually is. I think all the ropes are pretty much the same width. Across to this roof, we can see our goal from here, down there. Where you see that smoking chimney over there, that's where we're going to end up. And then you can see the fourth cache right there in front of me, and then along a wall. Well, I guess we're not almost there, but we're close. Up on this rope, and run down here. Now, if you fall here, you die. But you're not going to fall here. because you're not afraid of heights much. Okay, so that is the biggest part of this puzzle. Have a little jump, run up the ramp, make a quick U-turn, and another U-turn. And we're just going to hop over here, jump across this area, up here, and around the outside. So this stupid jump, I don't know why I have so much trouble with it, but I do. You got to end up here, got to kind of come out here and jump around. Okay, now I don't know why I miss that so often. I'm glad I didn't miss it right now, but I do have a hard time with it. Gonna come up here, loop back, run up this exposed beam to here, hop up on that stud, across this. Okay, and over to here. Across these little roofs, onto this wall, dun dun dun. That brings us here now, a series of little post jumps. They're not bad, don't over jump them. Yep, don't under jump them, but don't over jump them. If you find that you've fallen down, there is a way. Matter of fact, there are a number of ways. Now this thing won't let you jump here, okay, but it will let you jump here. If I fall again, I'll show you how to come over on the rocks, which, you know, is a little bit of more distance, but for some people it's less annoying. Anyway, back to our little post jumps. Not hard. Up here. Now, people want to go straight, but you can't. You got to turn. Up here, and here's your fourth cache. I'm not going to get this cache because I've already run this puzzle today. Around and up we go. One more little post jump. Jump to the rock, and we've seen it all. Now, when you get your fourth key piece, don't forget that you have to assemble the keys. Okay? Come across here. Now, you could just walk through here, except for the part where if you fall in this little crevice, you can't get back. You have to go around and jump on the rocks again. So just jump across these. Now here's the garden. And I like the garden, unfortunately. Well, I think I can, actually, do all this stuff. Yay for plants. Crafting materials are always my friend. And if you're not level 80, crafting materials are always experience. And if you are level 80, crafting materials are lower experience for something. I don't know what yet. At any rate, so we've come a long way. We've come around all the sides. We've got one jump left to go, and this is it. Boom. And here's the puzzle. As you can see, here's the chest, and as you can see, it's open. Let me open my map. See, we've come all this way. So remember, we started over here at the Fort Mariner waypoint. We went down this alleyway. Here we went on some barrels and across to a roof, around this, and then across to this side. We ran across a rope down to some awnings, and then back over here. Ran across this roof, over to here, down here, across this, over to here, around the window box, up over this roof, onto the lobster, around the lobster on the inside and the outside, up here on the leg, across to the antenna, up down the lobsters, back to the leg, back down to this building, around here, up across this, over here, around a rock, inside a rock. We came out over here and around this tower, up across to here, all the way across to here, across here, then down around this side till we came back, and you can see the rest of it in the trail. On the whole, it's not bad. Looks like it took about 24 minutes. That seems like a reasonable time. In any event, I hope you enjoyed this little guide to the Troll's Revenge jumping puzzle in Lion's Arch. And if you have your guides of your own, let me know. Thanks. Bye-bye.